High above the emerald floor, Ruby stood on the highest branch of the canopy, her eyes fixed on the distant, jagged mountain peak. The air was thin and inviting. She beat her wings with all her might, rising 10 feet into the air before gravity reclaimed her, sending her tumbling back into the dense, suffocating leaves. Below, the older parrots perched on a thick vine, their colorful feathers shimmering as they watched her fall. One parrot pointed a mocking wing at her and squawked, "Give up, Ruby. Your wings are simply too short for the high currents." Ruby landed on a low branch, her chest heaving and her spirit bruised. She did not argue with the cynics. Instead, she flew to the hollow tree where the ancient owl lived. The old bird opened one weary eye and shifted his talons on the mossy bark. He spoke with a voice like rustling parchment. "Do not chase the peak today, little one. The mountain will wait. Just add one more wing beat to your morning flight." Ruby listened to the silence that followed, letting the wisdom sink into her bones. She realized that greatness was not a single leap, but a series of small, intentional movements. She prepared herself for the dawn. The next dawn, the jungle was wrapped in a thick grey mist. Ruby took off, her heart drumming a steady rhythm. She forced herself to fly past the tall mahogany tree, pushing exactly 5 feet further than the day before. Her muscles burned like fire, but she kept her eyes locked on the horizon. Each week, she adjusted the angle of her body to catch the invisible rising thermals. She learned to tilt her tail feathers with precision, gliding against the gusting winds that once knocked her down. She practiced until the sun dipped below the trees, turning the sky into a canvas of bruised purple and gold. Months later, the sky turned a bruised charcoal as a dark wall of clouds rolled over the jungle. The wind turned violent, snapping ancient branches and sending leaves into a chaotic, blinding swirl. The flock panicked, trapped in the low-lying shadows, their bright feathers ruffled by the terrifying gale. They were unable to fight the pressure, but Ruby felt a strange calm. She pushed upward, feeling the icy air hit her chest like a physical weight. She remembered the owl's lesson and the months of steady, grueling training. While the others flailed, she banked left, finding a narrow gap in the swirling clouds. She circled back through the debris, chirping loudly to signal the hidden path. "Follow me," she signaled through her movements. One by one, the flock rose, following her small but steady form through the eye of the storm. They pierced the darkness, emerging onto the high, sun-drenched plateau where the air was still and the view was infinite. The same parrots who had mocked her landed on the plateau, their wings shaking with exhaustion. One looked at Ruby and whispered, "We thought you were too small for this height." Ruby folded her wings neatly. "I just added one more wing beat every day," she replied softly, looking back at the clouds.